This is going to be a bit of a one-take wonder video because in 12 hours or so I'll be on a bus to the airport to go start the Camino Frances, or the French way, across Spain. Okay, and I think I finally actually have everything that I need. So I'll get this pile out of the way here. This is like my long layers and warm layers and my one main fleece, and they are what I'm travelling in tomorrow, hence them not being packed away in the bag. So they can stay there for now. This is the camera bag that you, my lovely camera, shall be living in. Very nice. And then this is my GoPro that I have had for a couple of years now. Used it for all of the little mountains project videos. It's great to have something that is fairly robust and waterproof, although I have managed to crack the screen, as only I could do. And this is the tech bag, because that camera is going to need a lot of batteries. So I have batteries, SD cards, I have all my charging cables, and I actually have a tiny film camera and some rolls of film in there. Because I thought, why not? I used to really love shooting film, so I thought this would be a nice adventure to take. It is an incredibly basic film camera with me, and if it even works, hopefully I'll have a nice couple of memories created with that. This is a general tote bag. Any long-term Tough Souls viewers might recognise this as the Tough Souls tote bag that we made back in, God, I don't know, 2018, 2019 maybe. It's a bit dirty. I might give it a quick wash. This is going to be my going around bag. I'm also going to use it for going onto the airplane tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to use this like little bag or the other one that I basically use every day. I might actually end up this one is kind of a bit bigger inside, which is why it's here right now. But the other one I have is waterproof and very, very solid, which might be a bit better after looking at what the forecast is like for the next few days in Spain. But either way, I'm going to have like a crossbody bag thing like this. This is all my notebooks. I like to write, I like to hand write notes a lot. So I've got a bunch of pens and pencils and a sketchbook and a notebook and a diary that I fill out. So that's kind of my luxury. I think the tech and this are my luxury weight. In fairness, they're not nothing. And this is my food bag. I have a bunch of protein bars coming with me, and a tiny penknife, like a tiny one, and some couscous. I know there's a lot of food in Spain, but this was just my comfort, like, it's a lot of breakfasts sorted there if that's what I need. And then of course a sun hat. I wear a lot of Vaga running caps. I really, really love them. They're very, very light, and the brim is quite short, but it's enough. It doesn't catch in the wind and get blown off, and it's really easy to cinch in nice and tight, so I love them. And then of course a water bottle. Flip this over. In here we have my purse, which, you know, self-explanatory, with my passport card, sunglasses. Flip this over into the bottom side. I have a head torch. I have a water filter. Highly doubt I'll need it. You know what? I'm going to message a friend of mine who is currently walking the Camino as we speak and see what he says. See what he says. Anyway, for now, put the head torch and the water filter back in there. I'm going to put my purse and sunglasses back in there. The bag that I'm using, I bought 10 years ago to go and walk my very first Camino, the Camino del Norte. So it's the 3340 litre Air Zone Pro by Lowe Alpine. I'm sure they do a similar bag. They don't do this specific one anymore, but I'm sure there's still very similar bags. And it's surprisingly full. So, down jacket. Unsure if I'm going to need it. Depends how early we start in the mornings. So this is still on the question board. I'm going to add this as well to Robert. Yeah, let's see what he says. Don't think he was expecting these messages today. Here's my rain jacket. And this is my Patagonia Storm 10. Something like that jacket that I love. And it packs nice and small as well. Here is my first aid kit. It's much more of like an ouch pouch than a real first aid kit. And actually, yes, I knew there were some compeed blister packs up there that I'm going to just pop into the first aid kit itself. Don't need the box. I haven't had to use one of those in a very, very long time, so hopefully I will not need to use them this time. But of course, better safe than sorry, as always. There's also tissues and a compass and a little, like, just, yeah, this is my emergency bag. So, get that nice and small again. Everything, as you can see, more or less, is in a dry bag of some description, or can be in a dry bag if I need it to be. This is my toiletry bag, which actually kind of looks a bit big here. Shampoo, conditioner, anti-chafe cream, deodorant, tick cards, hair bobbins, earplugs, eye mask, all that stuff. Soap, you know. Then I have a pair of sandals for going around after the day of walking, basically. The one thing that I really, really remember from when we did the Camino 10 years ago was that in the evenings all I wanted was a light pair of shoes that weren't my actual walking shoes to wear. I was dreaming of Crocs, and I'd never owned a pair of Crocs, so yeah. This time I'm coming prepared. My sleeping bag, it's a Snugpak Traveller. Also, I bought this for my first Camino all those years ago. It has a comfort rating of 7. It should be plenty. It's a very cheap bag, but that is kind of why I love it and keep it for these kind of trips. And then finally, my clothes bag. So in here, I have 2 pairs of shorts like the ones that I'm wearing. I have one sports t-shirt, the other one is down here. I have a large microfiber towel, I have a couple pairs of socks, a bunch of underwear, another sports bra, and yeah, that's kind of it. So this is all my extra clothes. This is kind of everything, to be honest. And if Robert gets back to me, I might even be dropping a couple of things, but this is everything. So let's pack it all back in so that I don't forget anything, hopefully. Clothes, sleeping bag. I could probably get the sleeping bag a bit smaller if I tried. First aid kit. Actually, that can probably go into the bottom corner. The thing with packing bags like this is that you don't actually want all of your dead weight at the bottom. You kind of want it in the middle of the bag. At least that's what I've kind of gained from my years of hiking. You kind of want it like central on your back so you feel nice and steady. But also, nothing in this bag is particularly dense or heavy. So it's more just the volume. Yeah, so while I haven't done a Camino in 10 years, I have done a lot of other walking. I've walked over 4,000 kilometres around Ireland, which is very, very wet walking, which is why packing so little waterproofs is kind of leaving me feeling a bit funny. There we go. Knew there was something still to go in a dry bag. The notebooks must stay safe. In fairness, these could go in with my tech, and then this dry bag can fit over my sleeping bag if we're like expecting particularly horrendous weather. At the moment, Robert, from the Mountain to Glen podcast is saying that he highly doubts I would need the water filter, and I would probably only use the down jacket a couple of times, but if I have the space, then there's no harm in having it. I also kind of run hot, but I'm only bringing one fleece. That was the plan. Okay, Robert says that he does, however, have 2 fleeces, and I'm only planning on bringing 1. So, for now, the down jacket stays. In it goes, nice and small. Squish, squish, squish. The notebooks are going to go in the top of the bag, probably. Oh, the only bit of tech, the only piece of gear that I don't actually have with me right now that I'm bringing, well, 2 things. My shoes, I'm wearing a pair of Hokas, and my Kindle. I need to put that on to charge. My watch is currently charging as well. So that, I think, is literally the only things that are not with me right now that I am bringing. I'm wearing you as well. And my empty camera bag. This is so much more than I brought the last time. My poor old camera. That time it was a Fuji X Pro 1. That thing got no protection at all. So yeah, staying just within the confines of the 33 litres, just about. But it's definitely a bit more packed than I was expecting. But I also am not too worried about it all. If there's something that I want to post home, I will post stuff home. That's not too big a stress for me. So I guess in a few weeks, well, sometime in June, I will make another video assessing how everything held up. And then you will know if this bag survived. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That would be good. Yeah. Cool. There we are. It's a little top heavy. Might need to put the notebooks lower in the bag. There we go. That's everything. Yeah, the sun cream I use is P20. That's not factor 20, it's a factor 50, but the brand is called P20, and they have like a spray oil that I find really works for me. What else did I not show the specifics of just there? Not much. Like, yeah, I'm wearing the exact shorts I'm going to be wearing. I'm not bringing any cotton t-shirts. As you can tell, I like a cheesy novelty t-shirt. So I might pick one up on the way. But I think that's pretty much everything. So, yeah. Ta-da! Wish me luck. And yeah, I am not bringing the laptop with me. So I'll be filming and taking photos as I go, but there won't be any videos until after I get back, which might be sometime in June. So yeah, no videos until then, but wish me luck, and buen camino.